The Myrtles Plantation was built in 1796 by General David Bradford. Originally it was called Laurel Grove. Mr. Bradford lived in this house all alone until 1799. At the time he was pardoned for his role in the Whiskey Rebellion. This is when he moved his wife Elizabeth and their 5 children into the plantation. In 1808 David passed away and his daughter Sarah and her husband Clark managed the place after that. In 1830 Elizabeth died. Sarah and Clark moved away. The caretaker managed Laurel Grove until it was sold in 1834 to Ruffin Gray Sterling. Ruffin made major changes to the house. Some say making changes to a location can spur paranormal activity. Laurel Grove was doubled in size and then renamed the Myrtles Plantation. Here's the part of the story I find interesting, and maybe a key to why this place is rumored to being one of the most haunted places in the world. Ruffin imported fancy furniture from Europe. Now, I'm not sure if this was new or used furniture. If used, could a spirit or spirits be attached to some of these pieces? I really don't know if a spirit can be attached to an object, but I believe that is possible. In 1854, Sterling died and the plantation was left to his wife Mary. His wife hired William Drew Winter to assist her with managing the Myrtles. He was her lawyer and agent. Winter married Mary's daughter Sarah. They lived at the plantation and had 6 kids. One, Kate, died of typhoid at the age of 3, not sure if she died in the house. Many deaths are rumored to have happened in the house, but there's only one that can be confirmed. In 1871, William was shot on the porch and the killer was never found. Some say that the house is haunted by 12 ghosts. The most famous story is about a slave named Chloe. She was owned by Sarah and Clark. The rumor is Clark forced Chloe into being his secret lover. Then another story says she would spy on Clark to learn about his business dealings. I guess she was caught for one of the 2 things and one of her ears was cut off. She wore a green turban to hide it. My guess is she was caught trying to listen to information that didn't pertain to her, hence the reason her ear was cut off. She wanted revenge for being mangled, so she baked a birthday cake that contained extract and boiled oleander leaves. These are very poisonous. This plan didn't work out the way she wanted it to. Only Sarah and her 2 daughters ate the cake. All 3 died. For this act, Chloe was hanged by some of the slaves and thrown into the Mississippi River. Why by the slaves? Either as punishment so none of them would get into trouble, or maybe it was an easier death than what Clark would have dealt. It's a wicked story, but there are no historic records that state that a slave named Chloe existed. One of Sarah's daughters, Mary, lived long into her adult life. Sarah died of yellow fever. Going by actual known facts, this is an urban legend, but many have claimed to have seen the ghost of a woman wearing a green turban. Maybe she was a slave that got killed in another way. Another interesting legend is that Myrtles is built on an Indian burial ground. Some have seen the ghost of a young Indian woman. Even if it isn't built on a burial ground, who's to say a young Indian girl wasn't killed on the land before the house was even built? During the Civil War, Union soldiers entered the house and 3 people were killed. Blood from one of the bodies stained the floor. No matter what was used, the stain would not come clean. Another story, this one I find creepy, is about a young girl who died in one of the rooms in the house after being treated by a local voodoo doctor. It's reported that she will practice voodoo on some that sleep in the room. I won't be sleeping in that one, thank you very much. Last, and the one I believe most out of all these, is a ghost that is seen staggering or crawling up the stairs and then vanishes once it reaches the 17th stair. Rumor has it that William Winter, after being shot, made it into the house and staggered up the steps and died on the 17th step before he could get help. After researching and reading about this place, I have to say that if it's haunted, William Winter would be the one having a good reason to haunt the place. Maybe someday I'll book a room to see if I can record any evidence. It is a bed and breakfast now, and they allow you to ghost hunt in certain areas. They also have tours. If you want to find out more, you can visit their website at www.myrtlesplantation.com.